What is up, boys? It is your boy, Lil Fatty here, back again with another video. And today, I have thought of something I wanted to do for a while, and it's an Iceburg video. But for a while, I haven't known what I wanted to do, like what topic I wanted to do for an Iceburg video. But now I got one, and I found it on Reddit a couple days ago. By the Redditor of Dead End Sign. She made a perfectly articulated Iceburg video about the girl of the hour, Billie Eilish. I know I have made a couple Billie Eilish videos in the past, but I just feel like there's a lot to talk about her, and if you're like a new fan of Billie and want to know a little bit more about her, I think this is going to be a great video just in general. And there's a lot of stuff on here that I didn't even know existed about her, or topics of that I didn't even know. Without saying any more, let's get on with the Iceburg. Bad Guy. Bad Guy refers to her #1 song from the same name. It has 1.1 billion views on YouTube and 2 billion listens on Spotify. It's one of her biggest songs ever and made her widely known. The green and black hair refers to Billie's most iconic look. This is when we all fall asleep, where do we go? Tour. Her spike in popularity, her most iconic look is the green and black hair, and that's what everybody signifies her with, even today, even though she has dark hair as I'm recording this. Bury a Friend. Bury a Friend refers to her single before she dropped When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And it was also the teaser for her album. So this was the first music video out before the album came out, and it was pretty much the same type of energy throughout the whole album. And it was a big inspiration for even the front of the cover, because she has like black eyes, and it just showed you that this is what you're getting with the album of When We Fall Asleep, Where Do You Go? The fact she is young. The fact she is young refers to her being so good at her age. She was just 13 when she made Ocean Eyes, and she is the youngest woman to ever win 7 Grammys. So just being at that age and being that good is something else, and a spectacle to see. Happier Than Ever. Happier Than Ever is her second full-length album that she released back in 2021, and it was a really good album, and it has songs like Happier Than Ever, self-titled, Haley's Comet, Gold Wing, just a whole bunch of iconic songs that on this album that made her name even bigger into stardom. Depression. Depression refers to Billie's depression that is long going, and she's opened up about it in a bunch of interviews, and even her past documentary, she opened it about it a lot. I'm not going to go into a lot of details because they are in here in the Iceburg, but that is just the whole. She has depression, and she's been going through it for a while now. Kanye. Kanye refers to an incident in early February 2022 where Billie stopped her concert for a fan that wasn't breathing, and then made a remark that said, "I wait for people to be okay before I keep going," which many people and a bunch of media outlets thought it was a jab at Travis Scott because of the whole Astroworld incident. So Kanye was upset about it and said that he wouldn't be performing at Coachella if Billie was going to be the headliner, which, in my opinion, I think is really outrageous. I mean, yeah, it could be a little jab at Travis Scott, but Travis Scott wasn't going to be there at Coachella anyways, and I guess Kanye was just upset about it. And that was during the whole Kim K incident with Pete Davidson also, and just a whole bunch of spiral and a whole bunch of nonsense that I really think was unnecessary. And I don't know, Kanye was just on one at the time, I guess. WTPO, When the Party's Over, music video and song refers to When the Party is Over, the song, and her music video, which is a really iconic music video. It's when she has blue hair and she's crying that black ink out of her eyes, and that is one of the music videos that Billie did not direct, and the only video she did not direct, because in the documentary she says, after that music video, I want to direct all my other music videos. So, with that was her only music video that was not directed by her. Ocean Eyes. Ocean Eyes refers to her first ever song on SoundCloud, and it has almost 1 billion listens and a bunch of streams. It is one of her most successful songs next to Bad Guy. It really put her on the map, and it really opened eyes to what she can actually do, and she sang it at 13 years of age, which is incredible. That song is just amazing. The vocals and everything was just amazing on that song, and is one of her most listened and most iconic songs, in my opinion. Lovely is a music video and a song made with Khalid and Billie, and it is the most viewed music video on her Vivo account, and is a really good song. If you don't know what Lovely is, you should really go listen to it. I'm not going to play in the video because of copyright, but go listen to it if you haven't listened to it. It's one of the most delicate songs. Vocals are on top, like Khalid and Billie just like go crazy, but Lovely is one of Billie's best music videos, in my opinion, also. No Time to Die. No Time to Die is a song that Billie made for 007, James Bond. She made the Bond song with Phineas, and it was a really good song, and her vocals, again, very top tier. Beautiful, and Phineas did a really good job producing this thing. It's really a masterpiece in itself, and just being in a James Bond movie really fit the tone. Bloche is referring to Billie's logo that she drew on a napkin one day, and now is her official logo. That's Bloche, is on my beanie, and she hasn't really used it in a while, but it is her official logo. And Bloche is a man account, not a fan account. Justin Bieber refers to Billie being a longtime fan of Justin Bieber. I mean, I am too. But she is a really long fan of Justin Bieber, and plus she had a crush on him at a very young age. There's old vines and old videos of her acting to Justin Bieber videos, and she's been to a bunch of Justin Bieber concerts, and that was her number one guy at the and even to this day, she still keeps in contact with Justin Bieber. Phineas refers to Billie Eilish's older brother, Phineas O'Connell. He is a musician, producer, pretty much Billie's right-hand man. And they've been like that ever since Billie's career started, and Phineas really made Billie who she is now. The Babadook. Babadook is a film that was a big inspiration for Billie and her drawings, and for the album When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Where's the Avocados? Where the Avocados is Billie Eilish's old Instagram handle that she used for a while, and then 2019 she changed it to just her normal name, because I don't know if it was just the label there. I try to research way into it, and I couldn't find anything, but I think it was just her label wanting it to be her normal name so people could find her easily on Instagram and follow her like that. But her old Instagram handle used to be Where the Avocados for a long time, back in like 2016, 2017. I remember when she was Where the Avocados, but now she's just her normal Billie Eilish Instagram handle. Vanity Affair. Vanity Affair refers to a YouTube channel that does interviews with Billie Eilish yearly, and catches up with her every year since 2017. and she has done it 5 times now, and I think the next one is coming up pretty recently. It usually comes out before her birthday or after her birthday. Beyonce is referring to Billie being a big Beyonce fan and a big inspiration as well, and plus Beyonce did a shout out video for Billie for her birthday, sweet gesture, and I think that's what that's referring to. I don't know if there's any more on that. That's all I could find, but yeah, I think it's referring to her birthday shout out video that Beyonce did for Billie. Everything I Wanted, meaning Everything I Wanted is a song made by Billie Eilish and produced by Phineas, and Phineas was the main cause of this song because it is mostly a shout out to him, because Billie was going to make another song, a depressing song, and he was like, hey, how about make something that you've always wanted and sing about that? And that kind of lit a spark under to make a song, Everything I Wanted, to talk about everything she wants to be in the future. And that is a sweet gesture by Phineas, and I just like that song. Bad Guy meaning refers to the meaning of Bad Guy the song, and I quote, this is what Billie said: in general, I feel like you'll never catch a bad bitch telling everyone that she a bad bitch. So that means you never see someone saying that they're the bad guy, but she's saying that I am. Wig era refers to when Billie was going through her blonde stage, but when she was still doing her green and black hair, she was still blonde, but she was still dyeing her hair so it looked ginger under it. So when she was at like the Oscars and the Grammys, she put a wig over her head, which was the black and green, but it was actually just a wig, as Billie would post on like Instagram and all that stuff showing the actual wig, but she was actually dyeing her hair to be blonde. 13 Reasons Why refers to the show 13 Reasons Why, and Billie's songs being on 2 of the seasons. Season 1 was Bored. That song was on the soundtrack and also in the show. And then season 2, Lovely, was made with Khalid and Billie, and that was also on 13 Reasons Why. And there was a whole other artists on there too, Selena Gomez, Joy Division, and a whole bunch of people, etc. But Billie's 2 songs were on the soundtrack. 7 Grammys and an Oscar. 7 Grammys and an Oscar refers to Billie winning 7 Grammys in one night and also winning an Oscar a couple years ahead. Billie won 7 Grammys in one night back in 2019 for When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Also, Phineas won a Grammy that night also. And Billie and Phineas won an Oscar for No Time to Die for Best Song for a Movie. SNL 2021. SNL 2021 was an SNL hosted by Billie Eilish, and for her first time hosting SNL, she's always been a performance artist, but she has never hosted before, and this was her first time hosting SNL, and I thought she did pretty great. Spider Shoot. Spider Shoot refers to the photo shoot with Billie having a spider put into her mouth, and with her tongue out, the tarantula was on her tongue, and it was a pretty iconic photo shoot, and it's on a bunch of posters. I've seen a bunch at like Walmart and Hot Topic. It's a really popular photo of her with the spider hanging out of her mouth. Your Power meaning refers to the song Your Power from Billie Eilish, which is an acoustic type of song, and the meaning is don't take power over your opposite spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever. Don't take power over them and be abusive, and don't be toxic. That's pretty much what the lines are meaning of Your Power. The Office. The Office refers to Billie Eilish's favorite show is The Office. She always talks about it in interviews. She always says that The Office is one of her favorite series, and when she's on the shitter, she likes watching The Office. Billie's car. Billie's car is referring to her Dodge Charger that she calls the Dragon. Shark. Shark is referring to her puppy dog named Shark. He is a pit bull, and he is gray, and he is just a goofball. By Billie saying that he likes to swallow a lot of stuff, and he spits it out, and it was his chew toy. And Shark is her dog. Mombod. Mombod refers to a picture of Billie just walking outside of her house, and a whole bunch of people on Twitter and Instagram saying that she had a mombod, and it was clearly a Photoshop picture. And plus, she wasn't really doing anything. She was just throwing out the trash, it looks like, and a paparazzi photo shows her just in a tank top and everything, and people are calling her overweight, and she looks like a mom, and all of that, which I don't really get. I mean, MILFs are cool. So Eilish perfume. Eilish perfume refers to Billie Eilish's perfume that launched in 2021, and it has a vanilla scent, and her first launch of it sold out within like 5 minutes or so, and they're still on sale to this day on this recording. Babies. Babies refers to Billie Eilish taking a lot of pictures with babies, and she also has a clothing line and merch for babies and all of that. There's a couple pictures, I'll put them up right now, of her with babies, and she gets along with them well. Invisalign. Invisalign refers to a track, the first track on When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And it's the bunch of exclamation marks, and before she recorded, she had to take off her Invisalign, and it is just a meme for the album. Nike. Nike refers to Billie Eilish's shoe deal she has with Nike to make 100% vegan shoes, which means that they're not made out of animals, they're like made out of recycling. She has made 2 already, one that look like Air Force Retros, and then another brown type of shoe. I don't know what it's called, but I'll put them up on the screen right now. That's what they look like, and she has had a Nike shoe deal with them for about since 2018. If I remember correctly. NDA meaning. NDA meaning. There's not really a clear meaning for this song, but I'm guessing the meaning is, so there was this TMZ reporter that kept knocking at Billie's door trying to find her for an interview or for like something for TMZ, and she got a 8-year restraining order on him. That's all I could find. I'm sorry, I couldn't really find more of the meaning. Also, the song sounds like Among Us, and that's what I like. Every time I listen to it, I think of Among Us. I'm sorry. Puppies. Puppies is referring to a video that Billie did interviewing with puppies all around her. And it was a BuzzFeed video, and it had a lot of views, and that's all I could find about puppies. And plus, I love that interview, which is just really cute. She had the Pokemon Pikachu like hat, and they kept like playing with the Pokeballs at the end of them. Doc referring to Billie Eilish's documentary called "The World's a Little Blurry." It was released in 2021. I have a review up on my channel, and yeah. You know what's also funny is that Orlando Bloom is credited on this movie, and he was only on it for a couple seconds. He just hugged Billie, which is kind of hilarious that Orlando Bloom, aka Will Turner, is credited as being the main star of the movie. Oversized clothing. Oversized clothing refers to Billie wearing a bunch of oversized clothes. Now, I don't really think she wears a lot of oversized clothing, but back in the day, she used to wear a lot of oversized clothing because people usually, when she used to show skin, like there was a couple pictures of her in a bikini and all that, people used to call her fat, and people started like saying she got big old bitties, but I mean, That's why she started wearing oversized clothing, is because she just didn't want to deal with that anymore. So that's why in a lot of her pictures and she kind of like started wearing oversized clothing, and that's what like kind of made her even like it was kind of like her style for a long time, but not this era, not in happier than ever era in my opinion. I don't think she wears a lot of baggy clothes now. I think she's more comfortable with her body. Fashion is referring to a lot of Billie Eilish's fashion covers on magazines, and just her fashion in general has switched through her years growing up. Back in 2017, like I said, is mostly oversized, but now she's kind of getting into like brighter colors and going to the Met Gala and wearing a bunch of Met Gala dresses and just looking like a princess in general from Disney. I mean, she has really been a fashion icon, even though I'm not really a fashion guy myself. Just fucking look at me. I'm wearing a beanie in 99-degree weather, and I'm wearing a green shirt. So that kind of tells you how good my fashion choices are. But Billie Eilish's fashion is top tier level, and a lot of girls actually stem from what she wears. So yeah, a lot of anime shit too. A lot of anime. Carpool karaoke. Carpool karaoke refers to the show Carpool Karaoke with the Late Late Show with James Corden, and Billie was on it, and it was a really big video interview, and also it wasn't really it was karaoke, and there's a bunch of memes and stuff from this video, and it has 77 million views on YouTube right now, so it is a pretty big video. Billie's journal. Billie's journal refers to Billie's actual journal that she keeps, and there's a lot of dark stuff in there. She opened it about it on the documentary. It has a lot of art in there. She has some songs in there, and then also she has stuff about her depression, and I think she also wrote a suicide note in there when she tried to commit suicide one time, and she has the note still in her journal, if I'm not mistaken. Why Billie went blonde refers to her changing her hair color from her acid green black hair to blonde hair, because she just didn't want to draw attention to herself, because I mean, who has that type of hair, right? Like normal people. And I mean, like, then people are just going to crowd around you, and then it's going to cause a lot of chaos. But blonde, why she changed it blonde, and she just liked that it was just simple, and plus it just kind of fit of what she was trying to do for Happier Than Ever. She was trying to do like old 1930s type of bossa nova and all that type of classical 1930s 20s music. She really just fit into that with her blonde hair. I don't think she could have done that with her green and black hair, if I'm being honest. Accidental tail hair. Accidental tail hair refers to Billie's old hair falling apart pretty much and making a mullet. And she didn't try to make a mullet. It was just her hair falling out because there was so much product in it. And that's the main reason why she turned blonde. And I think it was pretty cool, because I got a mullet, you know, you gotta let that baby flow, but it was an accidental mullet that she didn't mean to do. It was just so much hair product. Her hair started falling out, and that was the product of it. I'll put a picture. I'm gonna put a picture up of what it looks like, but yeah, I thought it looked cool. I thought she was going for something, but no, it was just actually her hair falling out because there is so much product in her hair. O'Connell referring to her last name, and also Phineas's last name, legally last name is O'Connell. Pet spider. It refers to her actual pet spider named Cooley. And that's all I could find. I Love You NY performance. I Love You NY performance refers to a concert she did in NYC, and I think it was after the breakup with her ex-boyfriend Q. She broke out in tears while singing the song I Love You, and it was just a viral video, and plus it was also shown in her documentary. Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey refers to Lana Del Rey, the singer, being a big inspiration for Billie at a young age, and her songs really inspired Billie to create more type of songs. A lot of people compare Billie to Lana Del Rey. I mean, there is a couple similarities, but I feel like they're in their own category. I feel like Lana Del Rey is specifically like very old, but she kind of puts a modern twist on it. But now that like Billie's doing it, she's kind of like does the same thing, but it feels more Billie, if that makes any sense. Like it has an edge to it, where Lana Del Rey's, she's very like angelic and very poised with her singing, and I think that's where the similarities end with that. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj refers to Billie being big friends with Nicki Minaj. I mean, not like big friends, but being friends with Nicki Minaj and being an inspiration to her. And Nicki Minaj says in a bunch of interviews that Billie's like the nicest girl to talk to, and she thinks she's like the next up, and she's doing her, and she's doing great. That's what Nicki Minaj said on one of these interviews. So saying that, Billie and Nicki have a pretty good relationship going. Disney Plus. Disney Plus is referring to Billie Eilish's special on their Happier Than Ever, A Love Letter to Los Angeles, which I have reacted onto this channel, and it was a performance that she did live, and it had her old choir, a whole band, the LA band, I forget what it was called, and it was a whole thing that Billie did on Disney Plus, and plus she did a Simpsons skit with that, so she's actually in the Simpsons universe. So she has a lot of stuff, a lot of content on Disney Plus that you can go watch right now. Burritos. Burritos is referring to how Billie can only eat bean burritos from Taco Bell, and she has to be really picky because she is vegan and she is gluten-free, so she has to be really careful on eating stuff at like fast food restaurants, and that's why she just gets like the bland stuff, like just straight up bean burritos, and that's what she likes from Taco Bell. Los Angeles Children's Chorus. Los Angeles Children's Chorus refers to Billie's old choir. She said that she developed a lot into her vocals there. It helped her be more professional with her vocals instead of just recording unprofessionally. She actually got help from LA Children's Chorus, but she got kicked out for being too disruptive, and that's why she got out of the choir. But I mean, shortly after that, she would be making music, and a lot of it is amazing. So I mean, the help that she did get was spectacular, because I mean, she has a good voice, but now she can actually sing her heart out and actually be professional about it and know what she's doing. Takashi Murakami. Takashi Murakami is an artist from Japan that has collabed with Billie. He's a long-time artist. He has made art for about 30 years now, since the 90s, and he collabed with her on a couple of things. He collabed on her with merch and hoodies and all of that, and t-shirts, and he also collabed with You Should See Me in the Crown animated video, and it's all Takashi Murakami art and style and all of that, and she has collabed with them in the past, and I don't think they have collabed recently, but I do like a couple of their hoodies and a couple of their sweatshirts, but they're just hella expensive. CGI. CGI refers to Billie not using CGI in her music videos. She does a lot of practical stuff. She says that she wants to do minimal CGI, and she does everything practical. Like the When the Party's Over music video, that was pretty much all practical except CGIing the nose things that were pouring out of her eyes. And then also in NDA, when like the cars are going past her, that's not fake either. Those are a bunch of cars coming right towards her. And also in the Happier Than Ever music video, she opens up this door and it's a whole bunch of like water that comes out of it. That's not CGI, and she's actually like swimming in water. So it's like she uses like little to no CGI. She's a practical gal, and I like that. Q. Q is Billie Eilish's ex-boyfriend, and he was mainly in the dock, and he treated her like trash. He didn't respond to her. He always would flake out on big events like Coachella, and he never came. He's always drunk, drunk conger, and also drunk conger while in a car while driving. So yeah, Q was a douchebag. Well, depicted in the film. I don't know if he actually is, but he kind of does sound like a douchebag. So yeah. Doggin' I didn't change my number. Doggin' I don't change my number refers to Shark being in the sample of I didn't change my number. Is like a voice memo of Shark barking for no reason, and Billie was in the studio and said, "Oh, this would sound good on the track," so she put it on there, and it is the sample for I didn't change my number. So that's pretty cool. When we all fall asleep, where do we go live stream? When we all fall asleep, where do we go live stream refers to Billie doing a live stream in the COVID era when she did a VR live stream type thing when she was on a green screen, and it was very exclusive. I think you had to pay for a ticket, and not a lot of people watched it. I know I didn't watch it because I don't really have a computer. This is my sister's computer, and you had to like pay a ticket to watch it, but none of it is on YouTube. I can only find a couple screen grabs, and then a couple people actually reacted to it on YouTube, so you could see some clips from the live stream. But it was only a 2-day event, I think. I think it was a 2-day thing. And yeah, that's all I could find about that. Then Ever is about Q. Is about if Happier Ever, the song, is about Q, her ex-boyfriend, which there is a couple of lines from the song that kind of do make sense, like drunk in a Benz, driving under the influence, scared me to death, I can't handle my breath, all you do is care about yourself, which as you can see in the documentary, like that does kind of explain a lot of things about Q, and that's why some people think it is. Billie says it's not. It's about other things too, but I kind of feel like it is about Q and how he kind of like messed her up, because I mean he did kind of have that power over her, and I think he was like almost in his 30s, so that's like crazy, and she was just 18, bro. So I was like, it is. I think it is. I really do think it is about Q, but she says it's not, so I'm not going to get deeper into that. Hotline Bling. Hotline Bling refers to a cover that Billie did of Drake's Hotline Bling, and it's an absolute fucking banger. If you haven't listened to it, it's a very upbeat ukulele, song that she usually does on a couple of her songs, and it's a banger. Go listen to it. Zoe. Zoe is referring to Billie Eilish's best friend, Zoe, that she's known for a long time. She's known her since she is like 3. I guess Maggie, Billie's mom, knows Zoe's mom, and they've just been together ever since. Ilo Milo the Game. Ilo Milo the Game refers to Billie getting inspiration from Ilo Milo the Game. It's about these two little guys trying to meet each other and like at a safe spot. If you ever played like Lava and Lava Girl or Lava Man and Water Girl, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you go through a bunch of puzzles and you try to meet each other in the middle, and that's where Ilo Milo, the song, gets the inspiration from, is the game. Ocean Eyes Dance Movie. Ocean Eyes Dance Movie refers to the video of Ocean Eyes, where it's just not Billie singing, it's Billie dancing and actually having a choreography type video. And that's one of the videos that she has done dancing, but I don't think there's three. I know there's three, but that's one of her videos that she has a second music video of her dancing with a whole choreography for Ocean Eyes. Manda, I couldn't really find that much on Manda, but there's one video, I think this is what it's about. It's called, it's Manda. He's a DJ who made a No Time to Die remix, and it's a really good remix if you haven't heard it. I think that's what it's referring to, but I couldn't find any more information about that topic. Oscar de la Renta. Oscar de la Renta refers to the dressmaker Oscar de la Renta that made Billie's dress at the Met Gala 2021. I think he also made it for 2022, but it's a completely vegan, no made out of animals, all recyclable, and no products like are bad for the environment were made into this dress, and it was made between Billie's ideas, and he actually drew it up with a bunch of teams, and it was beautiful. The dress is beautiful. If you haven't seen her 2021 dress and her 2022 dress, it's just something out of like a princess movie, like you could see from Disney. Like it's beautiful. It's pink, especially when she had the blonde hair, and like her makeup was gorgeous. Everything was awesome about that dress, and that's who made it, is Oscar de la Renta. Listen Before I Go meaning. Listen Before I Go meaning refers to the song Listen Before I Go. The meaning is a POV of an individual who's about to commit not living, and he's talking to his lover beforehand, which is a pretty depressing topic to talk about, but I mean, it fits When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go perfectly. It's a really good song. It's just knowing the meaning, it's a little bit darker now, but knowing the meaning to this song, it makes sense. A lot of the lyrics and stuff, it makes sense, and but it's a very beautiful song that Billie and Phineas made. The Billie Eilish Experience. Billie Eilish Experience was a pop-up event stylized like a museum that was open for a weekend only in about March 29th and 31st in 2019 to celebrate the launch of When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Tattoos. Tattoos is referring to Billie's tattoos that she recently got. She has one on her hand that is a fairy from her favorite storybook as a kid. She has a dragon on her upper thigh region, and then she also has one on her chest that you can't really make out, but it's there. You could see it. But that's all the tattoos I could really find on her without like saying what they are, because some of them you can see like clearly, but some of them you can't really see. Dance is referring to Billie Eilish past as a dancer. She used to dance a lot when she was younger. Then she got injured. She hurt her hip or something in her hip to make her retire from dancing for good. She still likes to dance, but not like the way she used to because her injuries. Thinking About You. Thinking About You refers to a video on YouTube that you can actually find today of a young Phineas and a young Billie singing a cover of Thinking About You on their piano back at their old home. It's one of those videos that you could just tell that these two are going to be amazing, and it's just a good cover too. Just seeing a young Billie sing with her brother is pretty wholesome. End of the World. The World refers to Phineas and Billie doing a End of the World cover for BBC Radio, and apparently there's some controversy. She said that she didn't really like doing the cover because people thought that it was her song, but it was from another creator. I guess that's just the tea. I found this on Reddit because I couldn't really find anything to back it up. It's a good cover, End of the World cover on BBC One Radio. If you ever seen the video, Shark and Oxytocin. Oxytocin is another sample from Shark barking in the background and Billie wanting it to be in the song. So it is one of the samples that Phineas put in Oxytocin. Avocado's origin. Avocado's origin refers to Billie's handle on Instagram, Where's the Avocados, and what was the origin behind it. I'll put the clip in of what she says the meaning is.
I wanted some avocados, so I opened the fridge, and I was like, where are the avocados? And in my head, I was like, that'd be funny if I made that my username. And then I didn't even do it. And then like a couple days later, I was like, what was that thing I said? Where are the avocados? That'd be funny as hell. So I made it my username.
Left pointer finger refers to when Billie jumps out of the stage. When she first does her performance, she always has her left pointer finger up for some reason. It's on accident, but on every picture that she has, when she jumps out of there, her left pointer finger is always up. I'll put the pictures while we're talking, but it's just a weird coincidence that every time when she jumps up, her left pointer finger is up for some reason. Gucci Destroyer 5 used to be Billie's incognito username on TikTok until everybody thought it was Billie, and then for sure it was Billie, and then she changed her TikTok to Billie Eilish. 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under is a title song from Billie, and it's about a past relationship that is dead. I don't know what relationship made her write about the song, but I do know this was one of her songs early on. She sung this around the age of 14, 15. I know this is one of her earlier songs that wasn't on an album or EP or anything. It was just one of her songs that was on SoundCloud back in 2016, 2015. Sparkling Water. Sparkling Water refers to a meme or a video clip of Billie ranting about sparkling water because somebody always give her sparkling water and she hates sparkling water, which everybody does because I hate sparkling water. I know some people do, but them motherfucking demons. I don't like sparkling water. Fuck that shit. It tastes nasty. And I agree with Billie. Whoever gives her sparkling water, who keeps doing it, they are getting fired. Ed refers to, I have no clue. I spent almost a half an hour looking for research and stuff like that. All I can think of is Ed Sheeran. Billie and Ed Sheeran collaborated with Global Climate for a vaccine concert. I mean, that's all I could find. I don't know if that's what that meant, or so if that means it is, well, Ed Sheeran did a collab concert with Billie, but I don't really see anything else on Ed. I don't know what that means. So I know some people are yelling at me in the comments. What, you don't know what Ed is? Well, put it down in the comments below. Tell me what it is, because I couldn't find anything for half an hour. I'm sorry. Why Ocean Eyes was made. Why Ocean Eyes was made refers to why Ocean Eyes was made. The backstory is that Phineas was gonna do it with his band, but the vocals didn't really fit him, so he gave it to Billie, who wasn't really he knew that she could sing, but she didn't really sing like professionally at the time, and she did the song, and the rest is history. Ocean Eyes was one of her biggest SoundCloud songs, and what put her as an artist. Same with Phineas, but Phineas, on the production standpoint, not really the performance standpoint just yet. He performs, but not yet. Zanny Inspiration. Zanny Inspiration is about Zanny, the song, and what the inspiration was that Billie didn't want to see her friends die anymore of drug abuse and drug overdoses. Billie spoke and said, glamorizing drug use, particularly when it comes from teens and young adults, is revealing. It's just a subject close to my heart. I mean, it makes sense. She has lost a lot of people in her life, she says, and especially drug use, which my life as well, so I totally get that. X is referring to the rapper XXXTentacion, which was very close to Billie. They talked to DMs. They never met up in real life, she says, but she said he's always cared about her, and he's always DM'd her and tried to give her uplifting DMs and messages, and since he's ever passed, she has tried to tribute him a lot in songs, and just like telling stories about him, but that is what X is referring to. Overheated meaning. Overheated was inspired by a track titled Not My Responsibility, which was about the same topic that Billie has made, and it's about criticizing and bashing her body appearance, and they sampled the Not My Responsibility and put that into Overheated, which is a pretty good song, I think. I'm overheated, can't be deleted. Yeah, that one, that is banger. Anime licensing. Anime licensing refers to a predicament or a licensing issue that Billie made with a company that stole art from another person. Siberia Hills was a company that collaborated with Billie to make some like sweatshirts and t-shirts, and they totally stole somebody's artwork. It wasn't Billie's fault. She probably just thought it was a cool looking logo and didn't think anything of it. But it wasn't Siberia Hills. It was somebody else's artwork, and Billie almost got sued over that because of the licensing issue. So they immediately took it off the shelves, and it has never been seen since. Vines. This is referring to Billie's old Vine account where she used to make old Vines back in the day, 2013, 2014. She probably wasn't even singing at the time. She was just a little kid making like funny videos with her and Phineas, and doing fun little skits and all that stuff. My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance refers to a video that Teen Vogue did with her where she talks about all of her favorite songs, including My Chemical Romance's Na 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 song, and everybody clips that. And also, she is just a really big fan of the band and has been seen wearing their merch. Maggie and Patrick. Maggie and Patrick are Billie and Phineas's mom and dad, and they are a very loving and supporting parents and family, and they love their kids to death. And you can see that Maggie and Billie have a really good relationship, and Billie's even said that her mom has helped her through a lot, especially with her dad and music, that they have that certain bond. And also Maggie has a organization that helps out youth and all that stuff about making the planet a better place and environmental stuff. So they are just good people in general. SC Stories. SC Stories refers to Snapchat stories that Billie usually does. She doesn't do them really that much anymore, but earlier in her career, she used to use a lot of Snapchat stories, and that's where a bunch of her crazy and funny memes come from, and also peeing in the closet video came from, lip syncing to X and all of that stuff came from Snapchat stories. So that's all what came from Snapchat. So all the memes and stuff that you see from younger Billie are from Snapchat. Devil Worshipper. Devil Worshipper is about stereotypes calling Billie a devil worshiper because she wears a lot of dark clothing and a lot of clothing that could be as satanic. And also, she posted a picture in 2016 caption, "Why does anyone ever trust me? Hello, I'm Satan." And also, the all girls go to hell. I mean, a lot of Christians were upset about that music video because it's about good girls going to hell, which is really not the topic. It's really not about that. And also that she like comes out with like a fallen angel wings and like black tar all over her body, which could symbolize a demon or the devil, which I don't think she's a devil worshiper. I think she just takes a lot of those things, and she knows that people can get a reaction, and that reaction can make the music video views go up. I mean, have you seen the video of the woman trying to make her out as a devil worshiper and all that stuff? And it was even on the documentary at the end of it. So take it what you will. It's really a grain of salt. She's not a devil worshiper. She just takes that for a reaction. Furniture touching the floor. Furniture touching the floor refers to the fear that Billie has of gaps between the legs and the floor, and she thinks that somebody will grab her and take her under. So, if you go to her house or anything, she has the legs cut off on all of her couches, her beds, everything, because she doesn't like the darkness in between them, which I totally get because she's a celebrity and people can hide under stuff and break into their houses and steal her stuff or try to abduct her and all that stuff. So I mean, I could get that fear if you were a celebrity or a woman and a celebrity, and just being scared of something grabbing at you at the end, at like the middle of the night, and you not knowing. So it makes sense. Sirens. Sirens is a track that Billie did with Denzel Curry and JID, rapping about current events like politics, the government, and also police brutality. It's a really good song. It is a really dark song, and also it talks about like police beating the minority and all of that, and Denzel Curry doesn't really sugarcoat anything. He likes to talk about it straightforward. So if you don't like those type of songs, I totally get it, but it's one of those songs that you do have to listen to, and it is a really good song if you like Billie, and also Denzel and JID. Those guys are the GOAT. Cutting. Cutting refers to Billie at a young age cutting herself because of depression and being in a dark place. She said she looked at a box cutter and she wanted to cut herself so bad. She said this in the documentary. It's a really dark topic to talk about because cutting yourself and self-harming is really dark, and her to just opening up, it is a brave thing to do. Luckily, she doesn't do it anymore, I don't think, and she's just in a happier place now than she was before. I mean, just guy problems and just relationship problems can do that, and also probably other things like just performing in general, and also thinking other things about yourself that can be ugly. And cutting, don't do it. I mean, it's easy to say that, but it's just like the self-harming. She has done that in the past, and she's just it's just something that you shouldn't do to yourself, if that makes any sense. It's a really hard topic to talk about. Injuries. Injuries refers to Billie always hurting herself in concerts and all that stuff on accident, of course. Spraining her ankle twice, shin splints, and other things like that made her go into a cast twice, and that's why in some pictures earlier in her career she always had like a cast on her leg or something from her legs, because she always be jumping. She's a jumpy girl, and she always be hurting herself. So that's where the injuries come from. I don't know. I wish I wasn't breathing anymore. As an unreleased snippet, supposedly was going to be on When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But it just hasn't released. There's a 21 and a 51-second snippet on YouTube of it, and it's piano, and most of it's really depressing. There hasn't been really any other audio with it. She says she just hasn't finished it, but the tone is really depressing and dark. It's a really sad song, and I don't know if it will be released, but hopefully it will, because it's a pretty good song, but it's one of those depressing songs that make you want to cry. 6-18-18. 6-18-18 refers to Billie's song tribute to X that she did around the time that X passed away. It was a song dedicated to him that she would do on live tours and concerts like that, and it's a piano song of her and Phineas talking about him and what inspiration he was. It's a really good song. If you haven't heard it, it's on YouTube, and there's also some live videos caught of the performance also. Because I Am in Love with You. Because I'm in Love with You is a song that Billie made with just her vocals and her ukulele, and it's also been unreleased. Ukulele. Ukulele is referring to Billie's custom Fender Billie Eilish signature acoustic electric ukulele, which means that you could plug it into an amp or something. It's really rare. I think you can still buy. Yeah, it is, because I'm looking at Amazon right now. It's almost $300. That's a whole Xbox for a ukulele. But I mean, it is Billie Eilish, and it is customizable, and it has a bunch of little blemishes on it. I have the picture up right now, but it's a beautiful ukulele, and I think she did a couple videos talking about why she likes playing the ukulele and all that stuff. And I remember this being a really big thing that she was pushing for in like merch and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. It's a very cool customizable ukulele. I don't think I would be playing it though. I think it would just be a wall thing, like putting it on my wall. I wouldn't really want to play it because it is $300, which is affordable for a collection, but I wouldn't play it. Matthew Tyler Voice. Tyler Voice is Billie's old ex-boyfriend. Recently broke up with. There's some rumors that he did cheat on Billie, or something wrong happened in the relationship that made it toxic and they broke it off. But also somewhat of a dodgy background, because he also did mean tweets and all of that stuff. I also said that in the queerbait video, so if you want to hear more about that in detail, I talk about that in the queerbait video. True Blue. True Blue is a song that Billie did that was unreleased and thought to be on Happier Than Ever, but as we know, that wasn't the case. So it is still an unreleased song, but it is still a banger. Limbo. It was an unreleased piano ballad. Just from the lyrics, it's about a breakup and toxic relationships, and she made it after she got her wisdom teeth pulled out, so she was still on drugs that they gave her, and so she's kind of like slurring her words through the song. It's pretty rough cut, and it's you could tell it wasn't finished, and but it's one of those another song that I wish could be finished and could be released, because it is a really good song. But hopefully we get the released cut. That is it for the Iceburg video. thank you guys for watching. I put a lot of time and stuff into this Iceberg video, doing a lot of research. I didn't make the iceberg myself. Dead End Sign on Reddit, she made it, and she did most of the work putting all that together. I just found it on Reddit and nobody did a video about it, and I thought maybe I could, because I'm really interested about Billie, and some of the topics on there I didn't even know about, and some of the topics I did know about, but just lightly, so I had to do a little bit of research, and that's what mostly took up all my time with this video. So hopefully you guys like this video as much as I like making it, and so just put a like if you liked it, put it down in the comments down below, and I'm planning on uploading a lot more. I know I've been gone for a couple months, but I've been on B&D. Like I said, I would be on B&D a little bit more because we're trying to get that a little bit going, but I'm never gonna forget about you guys, because you guys my OGs, my day one steak sauce. So yeah, so I have been Lil Fatty, and I am out.